10 destructive behaviors that slowly destroy love. Why do so many relationships fail even when there is love, history, and effort involved? Most people assume relationships end because of cheating, constant fighting, or a dramatic betrayal. But in reality, relationships usually fall apart quietly through small repeated behaviors that slowly erode trust, intimacy, and emotional safety. Relationships are delicate systems. Even strong love can weaken over time if unhealthy patterns go unnoticed. Often, people don't realize they're damaging their relationship until the distance feels impossible to close. Here are 10 common behaviors that can seriously damage any relationship and may be affecting yours more than you think. You stonewall your partner. Stonewalling happens when you avoid difficult conversations instead of facing them. Do you shut down when your partner brings up something uncomfortable? Do you change the subject, stay silent, or physically withdraw during conflict? Stonewalling may feel like self-protection, but psychologically, it sends a dangerous message. Your feelings don't matter. When you avoid emotional discussions, unresolved issues don't disappear, they pile up. Over time, this creates emotional distance, resentment, and loneliness within the relationship. Taking a break from a heated conversation is healthy. Completely avoiding it is not. Healthy relationships require emotional courage, not emotional escape. You're too distracted. One of the most underestimated relationship killers is lack of presence. Are you constantly on your phone when you're with your partner? Do you half listen while scrolling, texting, or watching something else? Quality time isn't about proximity, it's about attention. When your partner doesn't receive your full presence, they may begin to feel invisible or unimportant. Over time, this creates emotional neglect, even if you spend a lot of time together physically. People don't just want to be loved, they want to feel chosen in the moment. You get defensive. Communication is the backbone of any healthy relationship, but communication breaks down when defensiveness takes over. When your partner shares a concern, do you immediately explain, justify, or blame them back? Defensiveness shifts the focus from understanding to self-protection. Instead of listening, you start preparing your counter-argument. This makes your partner feel unheard and emotionally unsafe. Psychologically, defensiveness tells your partner, your pain is an attack. Healthy communication requires humility, the ability to listen without immediately defending your ego. You criticize too often. There's a major difference between constructive feedback and constant criticism. How often do you point out what your partner is doing wrong? How often do you acknowledge what they do right? Excessive criticism creates a negative emotional climate where your partner feels judged rather than appreciated. Over time, love becomes associated with failure instead of safety. Psychologist John Gottman identifies criticism as one of the strongest predictors of relationship breakdown. When criticism becomes habitual, partners stop feeling valued and start emotionally withdrawing. You idealize your partner. Idealizing your partner may seem harmless, even romantic, but it can be deeply damaging. When you place your partner on a pedestal, you stop seeing them as a real person. You begin loving who they could be, rather than who they actually are. This creates unrealistic expectations and constant disappointment. Your partner may feel pressure to live up to an impossible image or feel rejected for simply being human. Healthy love accepts imperfection without trying to mold someone into a fantasy. You ignore your past. Every relationship has a history, both beautiful and painful. Ignoring unresolved issues from the past doesn't mean you've moved on. It usually means the emotional wounds are buried, not healed. Your past experiences shape how you communicate, trust, and attach to your partner. When past conflicts are ignored, they resurface in subtle ways. Sarcasm, emotional distance, or sudden overreactions. Growth requires reflection. Healing requires acknowledgement. You can't build a healthy future by pretending the past didn't happen. You mislead your partner. Trust is the foundation of every strong relationship, and deception quietly destroys it. Have you ever said something you didn't mean just to avoid conflict? Have you hidden the truth to protect yourself? Even small lies damage emotional safety. When honesty disappears, doubt takes its place. Your partner begins questioning your words, intentions, and actions. Once trust cracks, rebuilding it takes far more effort than maintaining honesty ever would. Authenticity is uncomfortable, but deception is destructive. You create competition. In In healthy relationships, partners don't keep score. When relationships become competitive, who's right, who sacrifices more, who wins arguments, connection turns into conflict. Competition creates tension, resentment, and power struggles. Instead of solving problems together, partners start seeing each other as opponents. A relationship thrives when both people focus on solutions, not superiority. Love is collaboration, not a contest. You shame your partner. Playful teasing can be healthy. Public humiliation is not. Shaming your partner, especially in front of others, undermines their dignity and self-esteem. Even jokes can sting when they target insecurities. Psychologically, shame triggers emotional withdrawal and defensiveness. Instead of feeling supported, your partner feels exposed and unsafe. A loving relationship protects vulnerability. It doesn't weaponize it. You expect too much. One of the most common yet overlooked problems in relationships is unspoken expectations. Do you expect your partner to just know what you want? Do you feel disappointed when they fail to read your mind? Mind reading is not a relationship skill, it's an unrealistic demand. Your partner can't meet needs that are never expressed. Expecting them to intuit everything sets the relationship up for frustration and resentment. Clear communication isn't unromantic, it's essential. Final thoughts. Relationships don't usually end because of one major mistake. They end because of patterns, small behaviors repeated over time. The good news: awareness creates change. If you recognized yourself in any of these behaviors, it doesn't mean your relationship is doomed. It means you now have the opportunity to grow. Which of these patterns resonated with you the most? Have you experienced them or been affected by them? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if this helped you understand relationships more deeply, make sure to like, subscribe, and stay curious. Healthy relationships begin with self-awareness.